So last week we did shares and we did share valuation, and we went through the process. Then I ended telling you that we are going to continue today with supernormal growth. Supernormal growth. So today, that's what we are going to do. We are going to continue with that. And tomorrow I'll upload a lot of videos on the YouTube, what we've done so far, so that you can watch it over and over again, because we will very soon, I will be coming to campus, and the moment I step on campus, because I think exam is close. Excuse me, when is your last meeting? Let me pause the record. So on share valuation, we want to understand non or supernormal dividend growth. Now, these are some of the qualities of supernormal dividend growth when you see it. First, it normally involves non-constant growth, as in today is growing at 5%, the next is growing at 2%, the next is growing at, the dividend is growing at 18%, 20%. It changes. It changes, okay? Then at a point, we assume perpetuity growth. At a point, we assume perpetuity growth, means the growth remain constant for the rest of the period, okay? Now, to calculate this, what we do is first, we calculate the expected dividend for the period, which involves supernormal growth. So we will grow each of the dividends. We will grow it based on the rate given to us for the period that it's not constant. Then, when we are done with that, we calculate the price per share for the final period that involves supernormal growth. Okay, we will create the price, and whenever we hear price, it means we are discounting. Whenever we hear price in finance, it means we are looking at present value, so we are going to discount. And in this case, we are going to assume perpetuity, because the rest of the period, apart from that particular term that is supernormal, the last supernormal growth, the rest are going to be the same amount, the same growth rate throughout. So you are going to discount them, means you are going to assume perpetuity, okay? Because if you want to find the value of something now, you look at the previous value and you discount it to the present value. But here is the case, it's going to be constant for the rest of the period. Hence, we are going to assume perpetuity and discount it based on perpetuity and add. After you would discount, after finding the price, you would discount all the dividend growth that you calculated plus the price that you calculated for the final period, okay? So this is the formula. Normally in the question you'll be given, the question that will be given to you, they'll give you a rate that was paid before, and that will be D0. So D1 year means we have grown it by what? 1 year. D2 means you have grown it by 2 years. It continues to the final year of what the supernormal growth, then grow it by then. Then we come to find what the price based on what? Perpetuity. Now you can see we've discounted all of them, and we are discounting the price too. Okay, so that is it. Let's continue. Now we have a question here. We have a question here, and the question reads, I hope you can see the question. Christ-like ordinary shares has paid a dividend of 6 cedis per share, which is expected to grow at 18% in the first 3 years. Okay, and from the 4th year, the growth will be 7 per year forever. So even though this one, they gave us the same growth for the period, they have not indicated forever then, so we are going to grow it individually. Meaning that in some question, that period could have, the rate could have been what? Different. But now when you go to the 4th year, it's going to grow at what? 7% per year forever. Okay. The share has a required return of what? 20%. The share has a required return of what? 20%. They are asking, what price is investor willing to pay for the shares? What price is the investor willing to pay for the shares? Okay, so let's do it. Now this D, this sales is D0. So D0 is equal to sales. I will not write Ghana cedi. Sales Ghana cedi. Okay. Since writing on this is quite difficult. Now to get D1, they are saying for the rest for 3 years to be growing by what? 18%. Please pick your calculators. So we have to get our D1. Our D1 will be equals to D0 into bracket 1 plus the growth rate. Okay, so that will be equals to what? D0 is what? Sales into bracket. We have 1 plus the growth rate for the first year is 18. So that will be 0.18 Okay, please, what are we getting? Just do the calculation for me. So that will be sales times 1.18.
Yes, madam.
7.08.
7.08.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so meaning that our D2, in case I have to clean it, let me be writing them here because I don't have enough space. Our D2 is equal to what? D1, sorry. Our D1 is equal to, please let me bring this dot well. 7 point. Our D1 is equal to 7 point. Zero 8. Okay. So now we have to find what D2. They said 3 years. So the second year, how do we get D2? Now we have D1. So D2 will be what? Growing D2. To get D2, you can grow D1. And that will be 1 plus J. And that will be equals to 7.08 into bracket 1 plus 0. It's my 0.18 bracket close. Please, what are we getting?
8.35.
8.35.
8.35. Okay, the next thing is 3 years. Let's start with 1. So D3. How do we get D3? D3 is equals to D2 into bracket 1
plus
plus
G.
J. It is equals to what?
8.35.
8.35 open 1 plus 0.18. So that will give us what?
9.8.
9.85.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So from the steps, they said after you calculate what? The dividend, or you calculate the price per share for the final period of what? Growth. Okay, so the final period of growth is the what? The third year, which is D3. Okay. For us to calculate the price for 3, we need to get D4. The dividend that will be paid for D4, and we discount it based on perpetuity. Now we have rate of return, then we have what? Growth. So that would be R, and if it was only rate, it will be dividend over R, but we have growth, so growth. So this is what we have to find, but we don't have D. This is D. O. The way it's looking like B, and it's D. The way we don't have D4, so we have to now get our D4. How do we get D4? Let's go. D4 will be what?
That is D3
Yeah. D3
into bracket 1 plus
1
G
plus
plus G. 7% 0.07. 9.85 into bracket 0.07. Okay.
the way I'm teaching you. If yes that you don't perform well, me I will not mind you. But I'm teaching, I'm not lecturing. Even my hand is paining me, but I'm so. Now it's what? 7%. It's going to grow by 7%. So that will be 0.7. So what are we getting?
10.54.
10.54.
Yes, sir.
So now we can continue with our price. So that will be what? 10.54 over rate of return is 20%. That will be 0.20 minus growth of what? 7%.
7%.
0.07. Please, someone should do all the calculation and give me the answer.
0.54. 0.2 minus 0.07.
0.13.
0.13.
0. What?
10.54 divided by 0.13.
Well, 10.54 divided by 0.13.
Pardon, 81. Hey,
81.
81.08.
Okay, me, I'm writing what you gave me. Oh,
Yes.
Yes, madam.
81.08.
0.08.
Okay, are we okay? So now we have all the information. It's left for us to discount all of them, because from the third step, discount what? The cash flows or the dividend paid and the price per share for the final period. Okay. Where can we do this? I will not erase this. Okay, let's come here and see whether to go here. To get the price, it will be equal to D1 divided by 1 plus rate. This one day, I definitely have to clean something. We will clean. No matter what we do, we have to clean. Okay, so let's put the information that we have D2 to be what? D2 to be 8.35. We have D3 to be equals to
9.85.
The share has a required rate of return of 20%.
Then we have D4, but I don't know. We don't need it for the final one. But let me write it. Just before that, they watch video from the middle. $10.54. Then we have the price for the final period. Will it go there? The price is 81.08, right? So
Yes.
Yes. $7.08. 1 plus 0.02. 0.20 exponent to 1.
Okay, the price is 81.08.
8.35.
Okay, so now the price that investors will be willing to pay is equals to, this is O. is equals to D1 over 1 plus raised the power 1 plus D2 my 2 is not coming plus D3 discounted plus P3 P3 discounting as because it's the price for the last period, we are discounted at the same number of years like okay. So let's insert the information. We know D1 to be what? 7.08. 08. Then we have what? 1 plus 0.20. Let me write 2. We don't have enough space here. This is 2. And this is 2. Plus D2 is what?
8.35.
8.35. One plus 0. Hey, how come I don't know what they say my meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Hey.
I thought I was using the school destiny. I'm using a different one. Let me be fast so that I can end. True. So please start calculate. When I finish, I'll ask all this, what will it give you? Okay. Calculate it.
Okay.
When I do it, then raise the power 2. I just want to raise the power 1. Plus D3 is what?
9.85.
0.85. I wanted to solve 2 questions with you, but the way it's going, you're going to solve 1 question. 1 plus 0.2. Then we have the price. Please, let's be hurry. That is to get this full video. The price is 81.08. This is raised to the power 3, sorry. And this one too is raised to the power 3. Okay, so let's be fast. What are we getting for all this?
Total is 64.32.
64.32. The second one is what?
Is it the first aspect?
The
The
first
first
one
aspect is 5.9.
5.9.
What is 5.9?
The first one.
The D1 over 1 plus R exponent N1 is 5.9.
5.1.
0.9.
5.9.
The second one is what?
The second one is 5.7.
This, the whole of this. I was telling you, so you will do the equation so that when I get this, left with 7 minutes. You just give me the answer.
5.0.
You have still not gotten it.
5.80.
The third one is what? So the others, what are they doing?
The third one is 5.70. 5.70. The third one.
This one. And the last one is, why is this thing two down? The last one is
46.92.
46. If someone should start adding all of them. 46.92.
92.
So that is this. Okay, please, when you add them, what are we getting? Pardon?
64.32.
64.32. Okay, so that is the price that investors will be willing to pay. And so meaning that when investors want to buy shares, you will look at all this information, predict the cash flows, and determine the value before it will decide on the amount to what pay. Okay. All right. So we have another question. We have another question here. I would have solved it, but time is not on our side. You go through the same process. It said Red Sun Rising just paid a dividend of 2.8 per share. This is what D0, right? The company said it will increase the dividend by 25. So you increase it, the first increase will be increased by what? Will be growth, the first growth will be what? 25%, okay? 0.501 plus 0.025. Then the second growth will be what? 20%, that will be 0.2. So you grow them, then the next step is you find the what? Is it after the company is going to increase its annual dividend by 3.5% forever. So now you have to that's to determine the price of the final period of the supernormal growth. So that will be what? P2, because it's the second year. This is 1, this is 2. So P2. So meaning P2, for you to now find the price, the present value, the price, you have to what? Use this, grow this, the third, the second dividend, you have to grow it to the third year dividend by what? Using this. Okay. Then when you get what you get, you now use perpetuity formula to find the price. So that will be what you get, the D3 over R. That's the rate of return minus the growth, which is 3.5. Then you get the value for what? The value for that period, the value for the supernormal, for the last period of the supernormal growth. Then the next thing you do is to discount all the values. Then you discount them, then what you get will be the price that if you are investor, you're willing to pay for. Okay. Any question?
Okay.
Any question? You are
No
okay.
question.
There's no question.
Yeah.
You are okay.
Hmm.
And I thought that me when I'm setting, when I'm teaching, I bring simple question, right? Like 2 years and 3 years. Maybe your own I'll bring 5 years before you go to forever. Okay. Because I'm supposed to teach you for understanding, so that when you meet any difficult question, you can do it. That's the purpose here.
Don't bring difficult questions.
I'll bring difficult question
Uh-huh.
because I'm teaching. If I don't bring difficult question, I'll be lecturing. Okay. So let me pause. Let me end so that